You see the truck before you see the person running it. Bright colors, a hand-painted logo, a line of people on their lunch break, phones out, waiting. It looks simple. It looks fun. It looks like the easiest business in the world. But the real cost of that truck is far stranger than the sticker price. And almost nobody tells you the truth before you sign anything. Start with the number everyone quotes. $50,000. That's the figure that shows up in every listicle, every YouTube comment, every uncle who once thought about doing this himself. It's not wrong, it's just incomplete. In 2026, a realistic total startup investment for a single food truck runs somewhere between $85,000 and $120,000. That's not the truck alone. That's the truck, the equipment, the permits, the first few months of ingredients, and enough cash left over to survive the slow weeks. Because there will be slow weeks. Here's where most first-time owners get it wrong. They budget for the vehicle. They forget to budget for staying alive. Let's start with the truck itself, because it's the biggest single number, and it's also the most misunderstood. A used truck, one that's already been outfitted with a griddle, a fryer, refrigeration, and a serving window, typically costs between $40,000 and $85,000. Prices climbed noticeably over the last few years. A truck that would have cost $50,000 back in 2022 now runs closer to $60,000 or $70,000. Commercial vehicles got more expensive. Kitchen equipment got more expensive. Supply stayed tight. Nobody adjusted their mental math to match. A brand new custom build, one made by a manufacturer who specializes in mobile kitchens, runs from $90,000 past $150,000. You're paying for a truck that meets every health code out of the box, comes with a warranty, and doesn't force you to guess whether the electrical system was installed correctly by whoever owned it before you. There's a cheaper door in. A trailer, something you tow instead of drive, can start around $15,000 to $50,000. It's the entry-level option. But you need a vehicle capable of towing it, and you lose some of the flexibility that makes a self-contained truck worth having. So already before a single burger is sold, you're looking at a number with 5 zeros. And the truck is only the beginning. Think about everything that has to happen before your window opens for the first time. You need a business license, a few $100s usually. Simple enough. You need a food handler's permit. And depending on your state, a mobile food vendor license specific to trucks. This is where the story stops being simple. Because permits don't cost the same thing everywhere. Not close. Open in Indianapolis, and your total fees might land around $590 for the year. Open in Boston, and you could be paying over $17,000 in annual permits and fees. Same business, same truck, same menu. A 30-fold difference, based entirely on which city government decided your industry deserved more scrutiny. San Francisco runs close to $10,000 a year in fees. Seattle sits around $6,000. According to research compiled by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the average food truck operator across the country spends close to $28,000 a year just on permits, licenses, and legal compliance. $28,000 before ingredients, before payroll, before a single napkin. Why does this happen? Because cities didn't build their regulatory systems for mobile businesses. They built them for restaurants that sit still, pay property tax, and can be inspected once a year at a fixed address. A truck moves. It parks in 5 different neighborhoods in a week. Some cities responded by simplifying their process. Others responded by charging for every location, every hour, every inch of curb space, treating mobility itself as a liability to be taxed. You're not just paying to sell food. You're paying for the right to move. Now here's the part almost nobody mentions on the glossy YouTube videos about quitting your job to chase your dream. Most food trucks don't own a kitchen. They rent one. It's called a commissary. A licensed commercial kitchen where you're required, in most cities, to prep your food, clean your equipment, and store your ingredients overnight. Health departments mandate it because a truck's onboard kitchen usually isn't big enough or equipped enough to handle everything from scratch. Commissary rent runs $400 to $1,500 a month. It's not optional. It's not something you can skip by being efficient. It's a fixed cost, every single month, whether you sold 300 meals that week or 30. Add insurance, commercial auto coverage, general liability, sometimes workers' compensation if you hire staff. Add fuel, because a food truck engine and a generator running all day easily burns through propane and gasoline at a rate that surprises almost everyone the first month. Add maintenance, because a moving kitchen breaks down the way both moving vehicles and commercial kitchens break down, which is to say, constantly and usually at the worst possible time. Put it together, and monthly operating costs for a single truck typically land between $2,000 and $10,000, not counting food and labor. And food itself isn't cheap either. Ingredients usually eat up 25 to 35% of revenue. Labor, if you hire even one extra person, adds another chunk on top of that. So walk through the full picture. $85,000 to $120,000 to open the doors. Somewhere between $2,000 and $10,000 a month just to keep the lights on before a single dollar goes toward food or wages. That's the real cost. Not the truck, the whole system around the truck. Here's the twist, though. The part that should make you optimistic, not scared off. Food trucks, despite everything you just heard, remain dramatically cheaper than the alternative. Opening a traditional restaurant typically costs somewhere between $200,000 and $1 million. A food truck, even at its most expensive, tops out around where a restaurant barely begins. And the profit margins tell a similar story. Restaurants often operate on razor-thin margins, sometimes 3 to 5%, weighed down by rent, a large staff, and a building that never moves even when the neighborhood around it changes. Food trucks post net profit margins closer to 7 to 15%. Lower overhead, no property lease, the ability to physically drive to wherever the customers are that day, instead of hoping they walk in. Break-even timing follows the same pattern. Most trucks reach profitability somewhere between 12 and 24 months, faster in high-traffic locations with tight operations. A well-run truck in the right city, parked in the right spot at the right hour, can start paying back its owner within a year. So, which is it? Trap or opportunity? The honest answer is both, depending entirely on whether the person behind the window understood the true cost before they signed a single form. The failure stories you've heard, the ones about someone who sank their savings and closed within 6 months, almost never come from a bad recipe. They come from underestimating the invisible half of the business. The permits nobody mentioned. The commissary rent that shows up every month regardless of sales. The slow winter where revenue dropped by half, but the loan payment stayed exactly the same. The people who succeed treat the truck as the smallest part of the decision. They research their specific city's permit costs before falling in love with the location. They budget 6 months of commissary rent and insurance before spending a dollar on the vehicle itself. They understand that a food truck isn't a lower-cost restaurant. It's a completely different kind of business, with a completely different set of hidden fixed costs wearing a restaurant's clothing. Which brings it back to you, standing in that lunch line, watching the truck with the hand-painted logo. You're not just looking at a kitchen on wheels. You're looking at $85,000 of decisions, hundreds of hours of permit paperwork, a monthly bill for a kitchen you can't even see, and a bet that this particular corner, on this particular day, will have enough hungry people to make all of it worth it. The truck isn't the business. It never was. The business is everything invisible surrounding it. And the true cost was never the price tag. It was always the part nobody puts on the menu.